The Buffalo Bills just got slammed with updates. There's a ton of news that we need to break down today, but Bills Mafia, the team is 3-0. They're sitting atop the AFC East, and as far as I'm concerned, they are the best team in the AFC, and we are just getting ready for this Saints game that we're already projected to win by 2 scores according to Vegas. But today's press conference with Sean McDermott and just some of the other news that's coming out, it's been a roller coaster. We've got some injury updates on key stars, a rookie corner whose injury seemingly is a little mysterious, and an underdog tight end again that our coach will not stop praising. So we've got to talk about him. But then also, Josh Allen made a new scholarship, and we got to talk a little bit about our defense at the end of this. But stick with me. By the end, you'll know if today's news is reason to panic or if it's proof that the Bills are the team that's built to last. Let's get right into it. So Sean McDermott confirmed today that both Ed Oliver and Matt Milano and Spencer Brown didn't practice. And so the good news that he mentioned in his press conference this Wednesday was that they are all trending upward, which you love to hear that. On the Coach Speak Index, Sean McDermott seems to be a very, very consistent coach, meaning that when he speaks, it's usually truthful. Oliver, of course, wrecks games. His week 1 against the Ravens was in one of his best games in his entire career, if not his best. Milano being the heartbeat of our defense, and again, just absolutely destroyed Mark Andrews week 1. We really want him back and should have him back. But then talking about Spencer Brown, he's Josh Allen's starting right tackle and a very important piece. We were kind of surprised with him on the injury report, but again, without them, this team is probably just patching some holes. But reporters noted that the calf injury to Brown was kind of a surprise, but McDermott made it clear that he is more week to week and it's not a long-term setback. He's not going to be put on short-term IR. He should be good to go sooner rather than later, but getting Milano and getting Oliver back will be really big because they're not just depth pieces. Those are identity marking players on our team. And again, that's the kind of news that can flip the Buffalo Bills from being just a good team to be a dominant team. And of course, the next 2 weeks, we've got the Saints and we've got the Patriots coming up. These are 2 key players that, of course, we want on the field whenever we can have them, but we want to be safe. We want to make sure that we're taking our time with them and not pushing them because we don't want to risk re-injury. But the return of Oliver and Milano wouldn't, just steady the defense. It would supercharge it. And that's why getting them back and watching these practice reports is going to be very big for us as the Bills Mafia. But the second piece I want to talk about of news is this guy here, Maxwell Hairston. He's long, he's big, he was our first round pick. Now, this is the gut punch. He is eligible for returning already right now from injured reserve, but McDermott told fans that we need to, yes, he said it, we need to manage our expectations. We don't love to hear that from our coach. I honestly wrote down here on my notes, I was just like, no, come on. Like, we want this guy back. But he was seen at practice today doing some drills. He was spotted just working out here and there, but he's still got the heavy brace on. He's not doing a ton of stuff. And again, as fans, we wanted to see him be ready for even this week 4, maybe week 5 matchup against the Patriots. But the reality is it's going to take longer. I hope that we see him right after the bye coming up here. But without him, as we know, our secondary is still a little bit stitched up. And with the guys that we have back there, we're not really sure. Trey White didn't have the best game against the Dolphins, but again, the Dolphins are a pretty good offense. But it's not exactly, again, what you want against just going into any given Sunday matchup. And thankfully, we're favored by 2 touchdowns again against the Saints. But regardless, the vets are trending back, but Maxwell Hairston is not looking like we have a clear timeline yet. But again, Sean McDermott made it a point in his press conference again that rookie tight end Jackson Hawes is gaining the favor of even guys like Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox, and because he's learning quickly, and this is what they said, he's learning quickly and he's staying humble. Of course, he went to Yale for Pete's sake, and so that's great. And I can't stop talking about this guy. We can't stop talking about this guy. I'm telling you, pretty much every comment of every video of my channel, but also some other Bills channels, is talking about Jackson Hawes and how great this kid is and how much of a steal he has been. Again, why this guy matters for our team. If you haven't been paying attention, if you've been living under a rock a little bit, the Bills' 2 tight ends in Knox and in Kincaid are very great tight ends, but this guy is like a Dawson Knox Jr., who we drafted later in the draft. who came in and who's already producing as a receiving tight end and a blocking tight end at an elite level. From a late round draft pick to a day one contributor, even in the Ravens game, we're seeing it. And again, that's the kind of underdog story that we love to hear this time of year. The next one I want to talk about, though, is kind of a bigger than football moment. It's Josh Allen just launched a new scholarship up to $12,000 for students in his hometown in California. You can see some of these notes here, but he's partnered with Wonderful Pistachios. By the way, pistachios are amazing. They're one of the greatest nuts ever, but they're going to make it happen. Firebaugh is a small town where Josh Allen grew up, and he's now just giving these kids the opportunity and the chance to potentially chase their own college dreams in the same way that Josh Allen had them. We're all, talking about, Josh Allen wearing a visor because of his nose injury, the highlight reels and the hero balls that makes him, already seemingly the MVP candidate for this second year consecutively. But what he's doing with scholarships and what he's doing off the field, to me, matters just as much as he's doing on the field. This man is blessing every single community that he's been a part of. It doesn't matter if it was in college, doesn't matter if it was in the NFL, it doesn't matter if it was in his hometown where he played high school football. He's not just a quarterback who can hurdle a linebacker. He's a guy who wants to build futures, not just for the Buffalo Bills, but also for people in the places that he's previously lived and grew up. And that's why in Buffalo, Josh Allen is more than a star. He's family. He is the true homie. But I want to talk about the last thing here, the elephant in the room, and it's our defense again. The sack rate for our defense actually has been okay. It's been about 8% this year, and compared to 2019 or 2021, when we had some better seasons on that, it's pretty good. We want to see some consistency in a way that we didn't see with Von Miller, even though we did see those flashes over the last couple of years. But we want to see this defense become an elite unit, and getting some of these players back, the Ogunjobis, the Hoyts, the Ed Olivers, and even potentially Maxwell Hairston, a healthy linebacking room is really going to go the distance for us. And I know, Sean McDermott's system favors zone coverage and the ability that we have to play with players and the versatility of some of our players. But I'm personally just really excited to see our team not have to force coverage sacks or to play super high zone heavy defense. I want our team to really get after the quarterback and really even be able to play man coverage so we can send more blitzes and not have these gaping holes in the backside of our defense. But there's hope down the road. Hopefully again, Ed Oliver, Matt Milano come back. But again, we know that reinforcements are coming in Ogunjobi and Hoyt. So those guys are going to debut in a couple weeks, probably 3 weeks from now. But until then, thankfully, again, we've got a pretty weak schedule. Our schedule's pretty saucy for us this year, but Josh Allen isn't necessarily going to have to play hero ball, but of course he can if he needs to. So those are just a bunch of updates for us. Just a rundown of news for us on this Wednesday. The vets are trending back. Maxwell Hairston, kind of unknown. We hope he comes back. I would love to see him back after the bye. Sean McDermott did talk about how it wasn't just a physical thing, but it's also a mental thing and working with the team and some reps. But again, Jackson Hawes, underdog story as a tight end. We love it. Josh Allen giving back. He is family. He is the real homie, and a defense under the microscope. We're watching it. We're all going to see what happens. Can the Saints and, can they do something against us this upcoming week? We'll see. But here's the question, I think, for us right now. When we look at our safety play and our cornerback play, yes, we can kind of wait things out. Or if you were Brandon Beane, would you be looking to make a move with the second or a third round pick? I know we don't have a ton of cap space, so that has implications for potentially re-signing some people or potentially making some adjustments on somebody's contract. But what would you do? If you were Brandon Beane, would you make a move to get another secondary piece, safety or cornerback? Who would it be? Drop your thoughts in the comments. But if you're already subscribed to this channel, I appreciate you. You guys are the real MVPs. I really appreciate you. We're just a fan-driven channel getting started. This is Crack the Table. We're all Bills, no breaks, dropping new Bills content every single day. If you like this video, if it brought you some value or joy or perspective, make sure to hit the like button. And again, if you're just thinking of something to comment, just say Go Bills down in the chat. I appreciate it. But in all of it, have a good day. Peace out.